Developments in a 7 News investigation. 3 children have died in the past year after their families have had contact with Denver Human Services. Now, after we uncovered errors in practice and procedure within the department, the mayor is announcing a new interagency task force aimed at helping to protect kids. 7 News investigator John Ferrugia has been persistent in his investigation and questions about DHS. And John, many agencies are involved here.
That's right, Eric. The mayor is calling it a child safety impact team. It will be made up of representatives of DHS, Denver Police, Denver Public Schools, and the DA's office, just to name a few. The group will examine not only practices and process for child protection, but how to get the community more involved. But our investigation also finds this is the same effort that's been under consideration for months, but it's taken the latest death of a child to get it moving.
What happened to Javion, I know everyone agrees, should never happen to any child in this city.
23-month-old Javion Johnson died after being beaten and burned. His mother and her boyfriend are charged with murder. It wasn't until his brutal death that the mayor acted to pull together city resources to focus on issues raised by our year-long investigation into practices and procedures by Denver Human Services. We found egregious errors by DHS in dealing with 2 other cases where children died. 2-month-old Natalie Skinner Hurst was beaten to death, her mother charged in her killing, and 2-month-old DeAnthony Heron, whose father is now charged with his murder. Yet despite our findings, the mayor continued to express confidence in DHS Director Penny May, who admitted she had no background in child welfare.
Do you have confidence in this investigation?
I have it. Yes, I do. Okay.
But 3 days later, he removed Penny May in favor of Don Morris, the former city auditor, who takes over on Monday.
We all want to protect our children from harm, and that starts with recognizing that as a community, a large number of us are not picking up the phone and making the call that could save a child's life.
Our investigation finds that the mayor's new initiative is little more than an initiative that the Denver DA, police department, and other city agencies have been talking about for a year in response to child abuse, neglect, and drug exposure. That effort, put forth in a working document called a white paper, has been stalled because sources familiar with the talk say while DHS has been at the table, top management of the agency has opposed several initiatives. Now, with another horrific child death, the mayor decided to act immediately. And new director Don Morris has made it clear he will bring a different kind of management to DHS, cooperating with other agencies and engaging the greater community.
Protecting children is all of our responsibilities. In 2014 alone, although in Denver County we received 30,000 calls related to more than 8,600 concerns for child safety, 80% of those calls, as the mayor said, came from the Child Welfare Hotline, came from mandatory reporters. What we must do is understand why our neighbors, friends, family members, and other residents who are seeing or hearing the signs of abuse or neglect are not reporting them.
This new initiative comes in addition to a state-ordered third-party review of DHS referral and assessment practices. Those practices shown by our investigation to have failed to protect kids at risk. Now, that review is expected to begin next month, while the mayor's impact team will begin work immediately. I'm 7 News investigator John Ferrugia.